Good morning, friends. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. We begin this practice sitting up on the knees comfortably, rooting down, but also pulling up through the crown of the head. Starting to tap into our breath, noticing our own energy center within. Knowing that this is a brand new day, and we can set an intention for this practice or for your day if you wish. One more deep breath. And then exhale. Slowly shift your weight to the left side, taking the feet to the right, reaching overhead with the left arm for a little mermaid pose side stretch. Gentle movements as we exhale, coming back up and switching sides. Taking nice big lungfuls of air. And on your next exhale, gently release, coming up onto the heels, taking the hands behind the feet to gently open through the chest, pressing through the mat, spread between the collarbones, lifting the heart to the sky. Maybe even lifting the hips, getting a little glute action, deepening the sensation. And releasing everything down, sitting back on the heels. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, cactus. On the inhale, we find center. And on the exhale, we twist to the side. Working through the thoracic, lumbar, and cervical spine. Moving with your breath. Just waking up. Mobilizing the back body and opening through the front chain. Evening out both sides before bringing the hands together in front of the chest, pressing palms away, rounding through the back. Really pressing those hands away, active in the arms. Create space. Breathe. Inhale, take the arms up and release, coming onto all fours. I invite you to play around with some hip movement here, anything that feels good. A few seconds of a rock or a sway or some circles as we prepare for cat-cow. Find some play, and then whenever we're ready, back in neutral spine, inhale for cow, exhale cat. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, press away from the mat. Visualize your spine ringing out with this forward and backward balance of movements. Then finding puppy pose, reaching the hands out, melting the heart down. Hips are over knees. Releasing any tension in the shoulders, in the hips. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out, savoring this morning practice, bodily movement. Whenever you're ready, gently press up onto the hands, make your way to downward facing dog. Raising the right leg, roll out the ankle. Give it a nice little wake up, a few little circles, and then replace to lift the left. Your ankles and your feet will thank you for this one. Replacing to downward facing dog, raising the right leg up, three-legged dog, and then bending the knees, stacking the hips, opening through the hips, the groins, squeezing the glutes, nice and active. Exhale, three-legged dog, bringing the knee in through the chest and releasing into low lunge. Hands come up high overhead. And exhale to heart center. As we breathe here, we focus on sending the hips down into the mat energetically, knitting the thighs together, internally rotating the legs. On your next exhale, rain the fingertips down, left hand finds the knee, right reaches behind for a little twist. Still breathing here. Exhale to frame the right foot and send the hips back half splits. Keeping that right foot flexed, sending the toes back at the face, deepening through the hamstring. Inhale to find length in the spine, and exhale to deepen. A few breaths here. And we can take an optional extra twist, taking the hands to the right side of the leg. Still squaring the hips to the front. Exhale, frame the right foot, come back into low lunge to raise the back knee, high lunge. Lift the fingertips off the mat, send that left heel back, nice strong legs. Our chest is lifted, gaining strength. And exhale, frame the foot, step back, plank pose. Take a vinyasa, slow and controlled with your breath. We meet, exhale, in downward facing dog. Raising the left leg, three-legged dog. Then bending the knees, stacking the hips, sending the foot to the other side of the room. See how much space you can create. Beautiful. Exhale, back to three-legged dog. Take the knee in through the chest and release into low lunge. Inhale, arms come above the head, and exhale, sinking into the hip flexors. Breathing in this beautiful deep stretch. Maybe taking a slight back bend if that feels good to you. Or taking any other movements that your body is craving. One more big breath before we release into our twist. Taking the right hand to the left knee and reaching the left fingertips behind. Taking your awareness to the lower spine as we twist and wring out. And then exhale, frame that left foot, sending the hips back, half splits. Moving with the breath, finding length on the inhale and folding on the exhale. Taking care with your body, not forcing anything that does not feel good. Just a gentle morning wake up. Finding our twist, hands come to the left side of the leg as we reach the chest up. And exhale to come back to the front of the mat. Lifting up into our high lunge, sending that right heel back to the back of the room. Really lengthening through the quadricep, the hip flexors. We feel this in the calf, the hamstrings, the glutes. Big breaths, nice and strong. And exhale to plant the hands, pivot on the feet to come into Skandasana, side lunge. Right toes are flexed up at the face. And we can reach for the toes, kind of coming on the sit bones, lifting the left arm up high, still opening through the hips. This is kind of intense. As you can see, I can't go very far. And then switching sides, planting the left fingertips, reaching the right arm up. Creating balance for ourselves. Sweeping the fingertips around, hands come to heart center, seeing if we can switch to the other side without using our hands. If we need to, that's okay. Reaching for that left foot. Noticing how this feels. Maybe this makes you laugh a little. Maybe it's a little awkward. One more breath. And then we can release and switch, coming into our more normal side body Skandasana stretch. Beautiful. Exhale to release. Fingertips find the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Turning the toes to the wide edge of the mat. Releasing the arms shoulder height. Engaging the core. Binding the hands behind the back and dropping the head down. Trying to reach the hands over the head. Opening up through the back and the shoulders, as well as the hips and the hamstrings. Exhale, gently release the hands and find the right foot. Bringing both arms over to the right ankle, trying to pull your chest as close to the leg as you can. Breathing. Slowly come through center and switch sides. Just noticing how your body feels now, maybe a little bit more open. Release the hands to the middle of the mat, planting the left and reaching the right up. Taking a twist or maybe some shoulder circles. Releasing on the exhale and taking the left arm up. Just finding what feels good to you this morning. Whatever spots of tension we need to work out. And on your next exhale, release the hand back to the mat. Turning to face the front of the mat, stepping up and onto a seat. Ending our practice today with a deep outer glute stretch. Crossing the left leg over the right, trying to stack knees, preparing for cow face pose. Arms extend, and then wrap the right underneath the left, trying to meet palms. Keeping the spine nice and long, reaching the hands up. Rooting down through the sit bones, maybe finding a slight forward fold. Honoring wherever you are in this posture in your yoga journey. One more breath here, and then we can gently come onto the other side, or we can reach the hands behind us and find this fun little twist from the back of the mat over to the front. So now our right leg is on top. I think that transition is a little fun. So switching arms, inhale to reach them up, taking nice deep breaths, maybe revisiting our intention, and just knowing that we have the power to choose how our day begins, goes, and ends. It's all in the mind. Beautiful. Release, unravel everything. Take the hands behind the sit bones, feet as wide as the mat, and windshield wiper the legs out. Twisting a little bit, wringing out the legs, getting this last little movement in. If we need any other movements, we can definitely take them now. Otherwise, we can gently find a comfortable seated position where we take one more moment to enjoy this practice. One more big breath together through the nose, deep into the belly, where I thank you for joining me today on the mat. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste, friends.